I'm Garrett Volkis with Last Breath Media, and today we are going to unbox and talk about the Moultrie DeltaCam. We're going to do a quick overview. I'm going to show you how to set it up and activate it, and then I'm also going to go over the key features, the do's and the don'ts with the brand new Moultrie DeltaCam. All right, so you got your brand new DeltaCam. This is the Verizon version, but what do you expect when you open it out of the box? And you're going, well, you got one on your little tree thingy here. Well, this is for all you people that want to buy one, want to know exactly what comes with it. So as you open it up, set your box to the side, comes standard with your strap, and then in the back there'll be a quick start guide, decal, and some warranty information. And then when we get to the goods here, you have the physical DeltaCam, and then their new long-range antenna. So this is pretty much all you're going to need to set up is to plug this in, throw batteries in an SD card. We've jumped ahead a little bit and done this, and we're running some Rayovacs as a personal recommendation from what the team and I have experienced. Either Rayovacs, Energizers, or Energizer Lithium are the three most bang for your buck, not gonna fail batteries. As far as summer batteries, the Rayovacs or Energizer, fantastic for alkaline, but without a doubt, when it starts to get in November or when you need to do your first battery change, I would highly recommend switching to the lithiums. Key feature here is that lithiums don't have any liquid, so not only do they work way better in cold temperatures, but you will never ever have any battery acid leak if you leave your camera in the field for an extended amount of time. We've also got our SD card in there, and now it's quite as simple as putting on your antenna. You will screw it on, and it is jointed in multiple places. You want to make sure you get that seated very well. There's a watertight seal up top here, rubberized watertight seal. And then this antenna can spin this way, it can pivot, but it can also, you can bend it. So if you need to really finitely adjust this, you can. Being honest though, for all of our applications in the field, we found that just leaving it upright, we get a fantastic signal, even in places in years past where we haven't been able to get cell service to our cameras. Before we dive into the interface, how to set up, how to activate your cameras, I just want to talk about the body really quick. Moultrie has beefed this thing up. So what you'll find is that it's got two clips to seal it on the side, but more importantly than that, there's a rubberized, watertight, weather-tight seal that goes all the way around it. When you snap that in, this baby is secure and it's tight. There are two different points of locking to keep your camera locked. You have a cable hole right here for the top, which you can also run a padlock through the door. And then at the bottom, there's a secondary one if you want to double lock it. It's got your standard 1/4-inch drive down here if you want to put it on a stick and pick. If you've got a tree adapter, you want to put it on a tripod right there. And then it has your standard mount right here for your strap. So the overall body of the DeltaCam is very robust. It's solid. It feels meaty. It doesn't feel dainty in the hand. So from a 30,000 feet overview, the camera feels very, very tough. So let's talk about the interface here. One of the nice things that Moultrie has done, it is very similar to their 7000 series, so their predecessor wireless camera. Inside, you'll see that they have a graph right here that really shows you what all of your LEDs are going to indicate. Over here is down one axis are your, the lights, which actually are the colors. You have your server, signal, SD card, and battery. And then as you go across, you can see that different colors mean different things. So an example, we'll just go through it really quick. Your server, if you have a green light, it's connected with good signal. If it's yellow, it's connecting, and if it's red, you're not connected to the server. So same thing going down, your signal strength, green means good signal, yellow means okay, and red is not enough signal to really work. When we go over here, there's 3 simple buttons and 4 LEDs. They've simplified this as much as possible. To power it on, you simply hold the on-off button for 5 seconds, and you will see the LEDs are going to begin to flash very quickly here. So you have them all turn on green, and then as it powers up and boots, it will cycle through. So you see that LED cycling. You'll notice that this one is not going to get signal or service. That's because we haven't activated this camera yet. We're going to do that later in the video. I just wanted to show you the power on. So if you have a Moultrie DeltaCam, you've powered it on, you haven't activated yet, you haven't found a plan, this is what you'll get. You'll get your SD card and your battery showing that they're both good to go. And then eventually what would happen is that you would get 2 red bars or 2 yellow flashing bars saying, hey, you haven't activated me yet. You've got power, you've got an SD card, but you need to go through the steps to get me synced up to the server. You've got batteries in it, you got your SD card in it, and we talked about powering it on. Make sure your camera is powered off. To turn it off, it's the exact same procedure. You hold the on-off button for 5 seconds, you'll see a sequence of flashing LEDs and the camera's off. Next, you're going to want to download, if you haven't already, the Moultrie Mobile app and get the most current version. When you do that, you'll go to your Devices tab, which is on the far right, and then up top, you'll see there is an Activate. You can scan or enter manually. This is the fantastic thing about the app. You hit scan, it'll bring up a barcode scanner, and the back of the barcode above your batteries, you literally just wave it over it, and it'll pick it up that quick. You can verify that the numbers are the same. You hit next, and then from here you can choose your plans. So there's the Pro Series, there's Unlimited, Large, and Standard, as well as a Monitor. So I want to go ahead and take advantage of the Pro Series. The neat thing about this is that after you buy your first Pro Series package, you can add additional cams at a severely discounted rate. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. It has your billing information on file. You click Next. From there, you will see everything that you're gonna get. It prorates it. So we're at the end of the month right now, and actually it's only gonna charge me 26 cents. And from there, you can go ahead and purchase it, and your camera is now active. I'm gonna do this and verify it off screen. Hold on. And we're going to activate the device. And this is important right here. It says an update is required. Now that you've activated it, you're gonna power cycle it on. I'm gonna dismiss this. I wanna know when it's sending me a picture so you can choose your upload frequency. And after that, you're set. Now, the firmware update, again, this is extremely important. Now we're going to cycle this back on, hold it until the lights flash. And now your camera's on, and you need to just set this aside and let it do its thing. It's gonna take about 10 minutes for the firmware update to install. What this is gonna do is power cycle, it's gonna connect to the server, it's going to do the update automatically, and after that, your camera is good to go. You can turn it off until you take it into the woods. All right, let's bounce back now and a quick review. You've downloaded the app, you've activated your device, and it's very important you power that on and leave it set aside for 10 minutes. And what you will find is that your camera LEDs are now going to be active and showing you how it responds. Most importantly, when you do this firmware and activation, you should have a green server light. That means you're connected to the server, it's communicating, everything's went through. I've got a yellow signal bar in here because, well, we're in my barn, got a metal roof, and signal's probably not gonna be that great. But you're set up. Let's talk about the actual features of the camera itself. It's severely upgraded from the previous cameras that they had in the past. To start off, it's got a 32 megapixel camera. The clarity and the quality of these pictures that we've been getting for the last 4 months are fantastic. On top of that, you actually have the ability with certain plans to get videos sent directly to your phone. This is a new thing. So very cool when you have it set on video mode, it'll take a picture of the image, send that to your app, and from there you can decide if you want to download that video or wait. If it's something that's not of interest, well, you get the picture, you don't download the video. If it's one of your target bucks, absolutely send me that video. A couple other really cool features they've integrated into this camera is it's got a much longer battery life. You'll see that there are 12 batteries that power this. However, we have found that we've been running them for, again, almost 4 months now with regular alkaline batteries, and we haven't had to have a single battery change. Another great thing is the flash on this camera is really, really good. Nighttime pictures are awesome, and we also have found that the deer don't seem to notice this camera as much as some in the past. There is a slight noise when the trigger goes off, but again, we've had a lot of deer walk by the camera specifically at night, and they're not looking right at the camera. Speaking of the trigger, this has a 0.35 trigger speed, 0.35 second trigger speed, so it's very fast. It's gonna catch almost 99% of the movement that you're gonna get, unless you got a deer just running straight by there. And one of the coolest features that the camera actually has in it is a GPS feature. Cell cameras, any trail camera is not cheap, and to kind of prevent theft or follow up if you have theft is that there's a GPS that automatically runs on your app. You can see exactly where that camera is, as long as the camera is powered off. So let's say you have an unfortunate trespasser, he gets caught on cell camera, grabs it, runs away with it, well, you're gonna be able to knock on his door and get that camera back and probably do some other damage to his personal life. Lastly, I just want to talk about the app. The app is insane. You have the ability to use smart tags. You can filter by buck, doe, by turkey, human, car. It's very influential. You have the ability to actually map out your farms on the app so you can go see your farm, see exactly where your cameras are at. You have the ability to look at pictures during a sequence of activity ranges. So if you want to see a certain buck, you check smart tag buck, and you check only in the mornings between 6 o'clock and 10 o'clock, it's going to pull up all of that information and have it for you ready. So the whole kit and caboodle with the Moultrie camera, it's robust body, it's fantastic battery life, great specs as far as its camera, its video capabilities, its trigger speed, and then you integrate that with the app, which is incredibly intuitive, also how simple it is to use. We are really excited to be running these. We've had no issues, and with the fall right around the corner, these things are going to change the game when we hunt whitetails.